Are you a smart investor? Do you take your asset allocation into your own hands? If this is you, Equity Multiple may be what you've been waiting for. Equity Multiple is wealth-building technology that stands above the rest. Access exclusive commercial real estate starting with just $5K. There are so many investing options out there now, it can be overwhelming. Equity Multiple brings you cash flow real estate investments with different return profiles, so you can confidently move beyond stocks and bonds. Once you invest, Equity Multiple's experienced asset managers go to work on your behalf so you can rest easy. Equity Multiple has been helping smart investors build more elevated portfolios since 2015, delivering a 17.4% net annualized return to investors. Visit equitymultiple.com/boost and receive an enhanced return on your first investment. All investments involve risk, and past performance is no guarantee of future returns.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You find yourselves trying to get your Craig Mack on and put some brand new flavor in your ear? Well, funny you should mention that, because we have a brand new show that you should check out. It is called Pod Sauce. It is your podcast discovery show.
Everyone's always looking for a podcast recommendation. We got lots of them for you, from true crime to pop culture. And you can join us each week as we dish on all of our favorite podcasts out there. So make sure you download the Odyssey app and search Pod Sauce, or head on over to podsauce.com.
We got you covered, guys.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. So you remember the Sex Pistols? You guys know that band, right? Even Danny and Vicky, you know those guys?
Oh, yeah. Anarchy in the UK, baby.
Johnny Rotten, of course, he was the big dog. He's got a weird new hobby. Johnny has befriended the squirrels at his Los Angeles home.
Oh, that sounds like something that Johnny Rotten would do. He's very eclectic.
Yeah, he's way out there.
Yeah, that too.
The thing is someone ought to be talking to Johnny and go, Johnny, you can't. What are you doing? You can't be doing this, because he lets them inside their. He basically, he feeds them, lets them inside his house, allows them to even nudge up to him if they want to, like they're buddies now.
Okay.
Aww. Here's the problem: squirrels get fleas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I didn't know that either. But then again, I'm like, well, they're out. They live in the wild. I want nothing to do with them.
And I'm guessing Johnny didn't know that as well.
No, he said, look down there this morning at my willy, and there's an effing flea bite on it. And there's another one on the inside of my leg.
So it bit his Sex Pistol.
It bit his Sex Pistol. He adds, quote, the bite's wild. Last night they were murder because of it. The itching too. It's such a poxy thing to get a cut out on.
I like that you're doing his accent.
Yeah, there you go.
It's such a poxy thing to get. What does poxy mean?
I have no idea. Like a pox on you, maybe like a small pox. Like they used to. Yeah. People would say that back in the oldie times.
Wow, yeah, and you knew it, man. The oldie speaker over there. Yeah, poxy is an informal word used to call something rotten, lousy, or worthless based on someone who has the pox or syphilis or smallpox.
It's such a poxy thing to get caught out on. That's how he used it. I don't know. I learned all my English from Harry Potter, so I really don't know.
They didn't use poxy?
No.
Well, this got me thinking, have you seen that video that's been spreading virally? It was put out like a week ago. It's a guy that just loves feeding raccoons outside of his house.
I haven't seen this one.
Oh my gosh, it's like, this would freak me out, but all these raccoons love the dude, so he goes outside.
Oh, no. That is like a gang. Look at them. They got all their masks on. They're ready to go.
That's not masks. That's their eyes, man.
No, they're thieves. Those raccoons are thieves. They're thugs. Look at them.
They're stealing his heart because he apparently loves them. There's like maybe 12 to 13 raccoons just all over this guy. And they just go crazy. Like, he goes out there and feeds them hot dogs, of course.
Yeah.
Those are some fat raccoons.
Well, because they're getting fed hot dogs.
That's true, yeah.
Every night for the last 2 decades, this guy's been doing it.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. That's
He's a retired dude.
Yeah.
Of course, he's in Canada.
That's so nice of him.
It's very nice of him. But yeah, the video's nuts. Like they'll be waiting at his door, like, "Hey, dude, we're ready for your hot dog."
Oh,
And
no.
then he has
Look
to
at
struggle to
oh.
get out there because they're all freaking the F out. Look at them all.
Wow.
Like
no
if you,
way.
If you search on the internet, there was one that was like, I was like, oh, that's from like 2014. And there's like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
And then there was a 2019 video. Like, yeah, it's like just a mass of them.
He's called the Raccoon Whisperer. And he just sits out there with all the hot dogs and feeds them all. And they're all just like,
they're clawing at him and everything.
Yeah.
Oy, 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 no.
oh, look, he's a Bruins fan. That makes sense.
Oh, well, that makes
I need to talk to this guy and see if he can help me figure out how to get the raccoons to stop pooping on my roof.
Oh, that's right, because you have a raccoon problem.
I do.
Well, maybe they
you
wouldn't
gotta
do
give
it.
him hot dogs.
Yeah.
You should go outside and do this, Rev.
Oh my gosh, please.
But what does his yard look like in maybe that deck he's on? I bet they're pooping all over the place.
Yeah, right?
He's retired. This is probably this is the thing that he looks forward to just as much as probably the raccoons. He looks very happy.
Yeah.
And he's wearing like a raccoon knit cap in this one.
He looks so
happy. Right?
I'm sorry, this is, I know, but this.
I think it's very cute.
At any given moment, they're going to go to his house, he's going to be dead, and you know what they're going to do?
They're going to eat him.
Yes.
Well, that's probably what he would prefer.
Oh, no,
If
I don't
he's
want to
not
see.
alive.
I don't want to see raccoon eating Grandpa.
I don't think that's going to make it on
Look
YouTube.
at, he's gone. They ate him. Look at that.
they
He's
ate him.
out of there. Look.
No, here he comes again with more
all right.
hot
I thought
dogs.
they just ate him. I mean, it was a fun. I thought it was quickly. Here's the video that we.
I wonder how much money in hot dogs this dude spends.
Yeah, probably
That many raccoons? Probably a lot.
Well, he cuts them up. They're little tiny pieces.
Not always. Sometimes he hands him the full dog.
Yeah, he gives him the full
Depends on
dog,
the day.
baby. So Johnny Rotten, you think maybe all right? He's getting fleas. Maybe he's going to stop. And Johnny Rotten's like, hey, you know what? The only way around it is I'm not going to blame these poor squirrels. I'm just going to put Vaseline on my legs. I just hope they don't get the wrong idea. Meaning what? The squirrels are trying to bang
He
him?
did not say that.
Yeah, he did. He said, I
Everything
just
is-
hope the squirrels don't get the wrong idea. I'm sorry. They're just trying to get a nut, Johnny.
Oh, that guy is a retired Canadian Mountie by the name of James Blackwood.
Oh, he's a mountie.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, I mean, he's probably not afraid of anything after, being a Mountie dealing with all sorts of crime.
Oh, man, actually, this is going to make you feel like this is a feel-good ending to the story, because apparently he looks after these raccoons to fulfill his wife's last wish before she died of cancer.
What was that? Feed the raccoons?
Apparently.
Okay, I love my wife, but I'd be like, no, that's not happening.
Or you
better
she's
come up
trolling
with-
her, like right before, like, I should do that to my wife. Oh, babe, I'm dying. Can you please make sure you feed the raccoons for the rest of your life? And then she's like, stop dealing with this.
Yeah, there's no one's going to give me a last wish. I look her in the eyes and go, honey, I love you. I'll miss you. The raccoons are going to starve. Thank you.
And they say it's on average about 25 raccoons wait for him. And if you watch the video, it looks like each raccoon seems to wait their turn to be given a hot dog. So he's trained them in a sense.
Well, he's named them.
Oh, yeah.
Until he gets them in a queue, in a line, I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
And-
They're not trained unless they're waiting in a nice, orderly line.
This is going to make people feel happy. If you're like one of those that's trying to like make a YouTube channel and get subscribers, well, maybe you should just do this because he has 200,000 subscribers to his YouTube page.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
James Blackwood,
now I gotta do
Raccoon
that.
Whisperer.
Here's the thing. A lot of people do believe that raccoons are cute, but we also know they're vicious. Because
Not if you give them hot dogs.
Exactly.
well, I think almost any animal will be kind of cool to you if you feed them. I think that's really the moral of the story, right? I mean, they won't attack you if you're the food provider. They'll get that
And
much.
they do poop on my roof, but we have some fun videos of them, playing in the bird bath and kind of doing some fun things. So
and
maybe-
pooping on your roof.
Yeah, maybe I can train them to do that in the neighbor's
How do you know
yard or
they're pooping
something.
on your roof? You can go up there and see it?
I had to go up there because my buddy flew his drone into some trees in the neighbor's yard, so we're trying to look for it. And so
What
we
was
ended
he
up
doing with that drone?
Oh, yeah.
flying it into trees.
Oh, okay.
Like, he was just trying to show it off, and he just flew it right into a tree. But we were had to get up on the roof so we could look over to the neighbor's yard, and that's when I found out that the raccoons pooped there.
Woo!
Yeah, it
Nice.
was not a great surprise.
Did you find out the hard way?
I was very close to it, but there was no stepping into it or rolling around in it or anything like that.
Yeah, I just subscribe to this guy's YouTube page. This is
You-
like every day he
Really?
posts different videos
That's
of him
great.
feeding. Like this one, he says, it's a small group, but Buddy's the star. So he has names for the raccoons.
He did name him perfect.
And there he's just sitting there, and they each come up one at a time. They're like, okay, it's my turn for a hot dog. Okay, it's my turn for a hot dog.
Wow.
See, Joe, this is where we messed up because Joe and I tried to feed the raccoons at my old apartment, and we only got like one or two, but we used cherries. We didn't use hot dogs. We need to use hot dogs next time.
Next time, raw hot dogs. You just need to have a 8-pound bucket of hot dogs, is what he comes out with.
Danny and Joe going raw dog.
Wow.
Someone says, I would never buy that guy's house after he leaves the planet. Those raccoons are going to be trying to break down the doors.
That's true. I mean, he is.
Oh, wow.
I think wildlife experts would say this is not a cool thing to be doing. You know, whatever whoever, King County, whatever you call them, people, there are people you're supposed to like in charge of all this stuff, and they would probably tell you you're insane for doing this.
Imagine if you didn't know, though, and you just bought the house, and then the first night you're there, you're like, enjoying your new house, and then all of a sudden
outside.
Yeah.
And there's 25 raccoons. Like, hey,
what?
Led by Buddy, the main raccoon. It's like, where's our dude?
Yeah.
Give us our hot dogs, you son of a bitch.
Man, oh man, that would be scary if all of a sudden it's like the raccoon gang comes a-knocking.
If you're a realtor, do you feel like it's your obligation to tell whoever goes, hey, just to let you know, this house is a lot lower than other houses in the market, and the reason why is that you've inherited 25 raccoons and expect you to feed them hot dogs.
They should just make it like a raccoon sanctuary before he dies.
True. They should just burn the house down and build a new one is what they should do if you want to try to sell anything on that property.
Someone says maybe they're nice because they're Canadian raccoons.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's good. American raccoons are a lot different, aren't they?
Yes.
They're not as friendly. Okay.
Yeah, there's another video he posted called Friday Night Raccoons. And then he gives a little, hey, a few of them came out of their sleep because the temperature came up a bit and the snow melted. Woody showed up, but no Buddy so far.
Oh, well, what's going on with Woody and Buddy?
Well, Buddy maybe was busy because he showed up the next day.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
This is the reality show I need in my life.
Oh, man.
Maybe he had a raccoon date.
He could have.
He didn't want to smell like hot dogs.
Yeah. Maybe he was dating a vegan.
Oh,
so I better not have this hot dog on my breath.
And so every time he does this, he's thinking of his wife. That's, I mean, at that
pretty
point,
much.
Yeah. And he's a Bruins fan in Canada, huh?
Well, he had a Bruins cap. He could maybe just be wearing whatever.
Oh,
maybe he's just using the crappiest hat that he has outside with the raccoon.
Wow, that just happened. That's delightful. Got a new survey.
He's probably not planning on dating ever again. Because that's a tough sell. If you're like, hey, what do you like to do in your free time? Well, I sit outside my house and I feed 25 raccoons. Would you like to come spend the night with me?
He's not a till death do us part kind of guy. He's decided that his life is going to just be about that woman.
Yeah.
And this is what he's done. I
respect that.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know, though. A lot of women like raccoons. My girlfriend is obsessed with raccoons.
Does she want to sit outside every night and feed them hot dogs?
Yes. Okay. She wants to have one as a pet. So at that point, this might be getting this dude laid.
Oh, yeah. This guy, I mean, this could happen if you met raccoon crazy lady.
Things don't work out, you should send her off to Canada.
Yeah.
She's going to have to be...
I don't know why it's your responsibility to ship her somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Send her off.
This relationship's not working out. I'm going to send you up to Canada.
Here's some hot dogs.
Buddy, Woody, and their guy that feeds them.
The raccoon whisperer.
Yeah.
He needs to hang out with the opossum lady. She's just like this crazy lady
okay, I can't
who has possums and does videos. And she teaches you how to do possum CPR. And she's just like the kookiest of ladies. And she is realistically goals for me.
Why?
She's so kooky. I love it.
You really want to be this person when you get to be her age?
I want to be that person that people look at like, she's kind of kooky.
They need to connect those two.
Yes.
Vicky, you realize this woman probably doesn't have anybody in her life. She's just probably leading.
She does have people in her life. They're called opossums.
Oh, look at her just stroking that possum's tail. This is not very. Is this rather naughty looking.
Subscribe to her OnlyFans for more.
Steve.
And she talks about estrus.
When did Vicky become a crazy person?
Day one.
Yes.
I really did.
When she decided that she wanted to intern with us.
I guess so. She's turning into that lady that's going to be like the cat possum lady.
So it's a BJ squirrels are great family members. They're more intelligent than dogs and will play games with you by hiding things so you can't find them. Just don't have two males in the same house.
Okay. Who's telling me this?
Texter.
Okay, first of all, Texter has squirrels in his house. Second of all, thank you.
Too many nuts for that squirrel.
Yeah, that's just, yeah. Here's a question. Why are people paying $250 for intentionally damaged goods? I'm going to tell you why at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Market volatility got you stressed? Equity Multiple makes diversification simple. Access vetted, institutional-grade commercial real estate starting with just $5K. Tap into current yield and upside and build passive income streams without any of the headaches of managing property. This episode brought to you by Equity Multiple. Welcome to modern real estate investing. Visit equitymultiple.com/boost and earn an enhanced return on your first investment.
have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at ondayu.com/Odyssey.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, this it's one of those ideas where I think, if you're going to buy it, how smart are you? A company called Crash Baggage. And they sell brand new suitcases that come pre-damaged. I guess if we buy ripped jeans and pre-washed jeans and all this, is that why?
That was the first thing I thought. I'm like, at first I was like, this is so stupid. I'm like, then again, there are people that have purchased jeans already ripped when they could do it themselves. But that's just what happens. But this, why don't you just fly once and your stuff will be completely destroyed. At least every time I fly, my baggage comes out and it just looks like it went through war.
So is this because you don't want to give them the satisfaction of wrecking your bags? Is that why you buy it pre-dented? I don't pre-damaged?
That's the case.
They come scratched, dented, and beat up so you don't have to worry about what happens to them.
Maybe it's just so you don't have to, you got that first dent out of the way. You know how sometimes I hate when you get a new car or new pair of shoes and it's like the first scuff, the first dent, the first scratch, and you're just like, ugh. But once that's done, then you're kind of at peace.
Oh, yeah, then you don't care what it looks like.
Right.
That's part of the reason why I have a hard time trying to accept the fact buying a new car, like brand new, because I don't want to have that stress of the first little scratch or dent or whatever. I'd rather have a used car that has scratches already.
Which is funny. That's how we think.
Right?
But, yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting mindset. Well, then I guess this is the bag for you.
But I'm not paying extra
$250. That's what it cost. $250 for basically not a new-looking object.
Well, on one aspect of it, I'm thinking also if it's banged up and scuffed and looks a little gnarly, maybe it's less likely to get stolen because it's not new and fancy.
Oh.
That's the reason why I would buy this, but I'm not spending $250 on any luggage.
I've been doing a lot of reading, and Brene Brown especially.
Oh, the Highlights magazine. That's a good magazine.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's, I read that too, of course.
Yeah.
But that mindset, the three of you just put in a mindset which I think would be considered a fear-based mindset. You don't want to feel bad about seeing the first scuff. You don't want your stuff stolen. So you're denying yourself the experience of having something brand spanking new, which will give you another experience in life that you'll never have, which is, that new car feeling, that new something feeling, which I have to say, the first time I got myself my own new car, the first time I got my something that was new, like I remember I used to have to buy comic books with the covers ripped off because I couldn't afford to buy the real deal. That's a great experience too.
Have you seen me drive though? Do I really need a brand new car?
No.
Exactly.
So do you buy anything new?
Underwear.
Clothes, underwear.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope you buy new underwear. That would be
pre-used.
Right. That's something that's icky.
I remember the luggage one. I remember that one. I used to have this. Looked like a spaceship. It was like that silver plasticky looking thing.
Badass.
But that thing from day one, the minute it went through TSA, it's like they took hammers to it. I think it would easily get marked up. So I just put stickers and bumper stickers and all this random stuff all over it. That way it's like, okay, it's already a piece of crap at this point. Might as well just unload all the stickers on it. I remember one time somebody grabbed my bag and was trying to leave with it. What? And I went up to him like, hey dude, that's mine. He goes, oh, it looks just like mine. My bad. I'm like, oh, you have a bunch of your own podcast stickers and Sub Pop stickers.
Did you have a donkey hockey sticker on there?
Yes, a donkey hockey sticker. I was like, I didn't know that. No, we share the same taste, you idiot.
Yeah. It looks just like mine.
I'm just really tired. I didn't realize it. I'm like, you're just a thief.
Yes.
No.
There we go. Oh, yeah. That's
he quickly hurried off after I grabbed it.
He's now a porch pirate. He's decided to go into that business.
Oh, yeah. Like, that blew my mind. Like, what are you... what are you hoping? I guess you just hope that you'll find like one nugget of gold in a sea of dirt. You know what I mean?
Dude. I mean, that would seem to be a person who's got issues that would just go do stuff like that.
I was like, hey, you steal my bag. Okay, have fun with my toothpaste, my board shorts, and the 12 black T-shirts with white writing I have on them. Like, you really are walking away with a bunch of wealth.
Yeah, buddy. He scored big time with you, right?
I did recently see a video on Facebook, though, that you know how, storage units, you can bid on them and win whatever's in a storage unit?
Oh, yeah.
Well, apparently, according to this video, you can do the same thing with lost luggage. That people that never claimed their luggage.
You can bid on it? Where's the show about that?
Right. And so somebody
Luggage
did.
wars.
And they found a bunch of money hidden underneath. You know how there's that zipper at the very bottom? They found a bunch of just cash.
Oh.
And they spent like $35 on this thing.
Ooh, I hadn't thought about people stashing their cash in that little zipper area.
Or like in the documentary Meet Your Parents, where he can't take it through the carry-on, so he has to do it, and there's an engagement ring in there.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, sometimes you have to check your bag for whatever reason.
It's true. I've had a wad of money. I'm putting that in my back pocket. I'm you know what I mean? I'm not putting that anywhere that it could accidentally be.
What if you had a wad of drugs?
I'm going to put it in the back. Not pocket.
Okay. Are some people hoping that? Are they hoping somehow they find you got a stash of something in that zipper area besides money? I don't know. Like the blue meth or whatever. I have no idea.
Maybe an iPad.
I think someone says I used to drop new dirt bike helmets on the ground so I could get it out of the way from Sam and Renton. Well, I remember with goalie gear, like that was like I always like whenever I would get new goalie pads or just mostly white. I was like, I can't wait to get some puck marks on this because it just looks like, it's just too new. It just
you look like a noob. It's like obviously you haven't stopped a shot, sir.
Right. I used to joke. Someone's like, new pads. I'm like, no, I've had these for 4 years. And they look at them and they're just like. For a second, they're like, wow, you must be really bad. I know you're bad.
Oh, I'm really good and only need the stick, sir.
That's true. Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, but that was always a funny thing. Like, whenever someone, you would, get new goalie gear, you almost take a puck and just hit it purposely just so you could get a couple scuffs on it.
Nice. All right, so there's a new survey out. Turns out that 75% of us, 3/4 of us say we are counting down the days until the year is over. So you mean there's 25% of the people out there is like, oh, no, this is a cool year. I love it.
See, I have a problem with this. I know we've had this conversation before, and I'm not trying to be a curmudgeon or a grump, but what are you counting down? Things aren't going to change on January 1st.
Totally.
Things are going to be exactly, or maybe we're closer to things getting better. I can understand that part. But I love when people are like, I can't wait till 2020 is over. There's no guarantee 2021 is going to be any better.
Well,
so you might as well make the best of what you got right now instead of just waiting for what you hope is going to be better.
I feel like it's that vibe what you get every year. It's like I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to change some stuff around, which a lot of us usually don't. But
what happens then? It's the end of November, and then you're saying I can't wait till the next year.
Well, you're talking in normal circumstances, Vicky. I mean, Vicky, you mean COVID situation is what I think everyone's
right.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just probably also mindset. Like for me, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to actually focus on some of the things that I've been putting off because of COVID, things that I could do now, but I haven't been doing.
So that's why you're counting down?
Yes and no. I'm not counting down to the end of 20. I'm counting down for Christmas. I want Christmas. I don't care about 2021.
I just got lost in this conversation, Steve. Can you bring me back out?
I don't know. I like pizza.
Yeah, I was trying to follow Vicky now, and I forgot to put the breadcrumbs down, and I
think she's excited for Christmas just because that's a time of happiness.
So are you not, or are you counting down to 2020, the end of it, or are you not counting down to the end of it?
I'm counting down to Christmas first, and then when that's over, I'll be excited for the new year.
Okay. So you kind of agree with these people. Oh, okay, all right.
So I'm that annoying middle ground.
But see, I don't want to hurry up. I got Thanksgiving coming up right around the corner. I got turkey to eat. There's some good stuff. I know it's look, I get it. Times are really crappy, but I'm just trying to find silver lining.
Right.
And I just don't know that January 1st is going to be all of a sudden there's someone's going to flip a switch and everybody's in a good mood now. And we're all going to be around each other again.
I think actually, though, here's the thing. There's been this is what I'm thinking anyway, is that there is just uncertainty. Like, for instance, whenever they give us dates, whenever they give us phases, whenever they give us anything, nothing has gone to plan. But the latest news is they really, really, really believe there'll be a vaccine they're going to start giving to first responders by the end of next month.
That'd be awesome.
So if that starts happening, that means then that they're giving out a vaccine they think that works, and then first responders get them first, and there's going to be a tier system of, at-risk people, and then old people, then old healthy people, then everybody else. And so that's where you could go. By the end of 2021, we're probably all going to be in good shape of being vaccinated and living our lives again. I could see why I'd be counting down 2020 for that, just because of that news.
Can
that
the
I
old
heard.
people sell their spot, like if they wanted to? Like, hey, for $50.
I'm going to be like a football team. Just trade your spot away. I'm going to trade my first round.
On our show, you'd have the golden ticket.
No, I'm an old, healthy person. I think I might be in the C group.
Yeah, but we're all like,
I think old trumps everything there on that one there, though.
Not necessarily. There's old, unhealthy. Because my buddy's a diabetic, so he told me he's in the first.
So Rev, you might be ahead of BJ.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's in the first group. I might be able to be old, unhealthy. I don't know, but I might be old, healthy because I'm feeling pretty good.
See, I'm a fan of Rocky 4, so I'm down with Russia, and they're working on a vaccine, so I might get it before you guys.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to trust that Russia vaccine.
The 91%, they said.
Yeah, you think I'm going to believe anything Russia says at this point?
Yes.
I really, honestly, I got to tell you, they are the last country that I'm going to believe anything they have to say about anything. I'm telling you, if they offer me a Russian vaccine today, I'm going to say no.
They put out a commercial, and here's the endorsement about the vaccine.
Well, I think it's directed to the point. Either it works or it doesn't work. Seriously, Russia really is making a vaccine, and they expect me to
this morning,
and they expect me to believe that.
Well, they don't care about you; it's for them.
I'm sorry, I'm going to go either America or England. Those are the two countries who said they got a vaccine that I'm going to trust. Sorry, Russia. It probably sucks for the good people in Russia, but they have such a negative image in my eyes right now because of all their BS and hacking and everything. That I'm just like, I'm done with Russia. You know what? I'm Russia and China right now. They're like, how they go back and forth where I'm at war with either country.
Right.
Right now, Russia's now in the top. That's the top dog. China's sort of, taking second place in my fake war against countries.
But I just worry that there's going to be this massive letdown when people hit 2020 and 2021, and then they just realize, wow, really life is still what it was in 2020 for me.
Yeah.
Why did I look forward to something when I should have just been trying to fix whatever it is in my head or whatever's going on just to be able to enjoy the current?
Well, that's what I kind of think too. I think
that's a good, healthy response. That's for sure.
2021 is going to be I think that so many people are building it up in their minds, and they have been for the past 8-9 months. And then when it gets here, I think even if there would be a vaccine and stuff like that, it's going to be like, oh, I can do all this stuff. But it still sucks. It's like, at that point, just be happy.
You don't see the light at the end of the tunnle, though, when people are actually starting to get vaccinated?
Absolutely. That's been the hardest thing I think about this, is that there's been no light at the end of the tunnel. When we thought there was one, it just kind of they shut the damn door again. Actually, it was just someone holding a flashlight with a middle finger being like, there's no light. I'm just effing with you. And then it's like, okay, here we go. many more months that we have to put up with this. But I think about 2018, 2019, we always see people like, I just can't wait for 2019. And then 2019's going on. Feel like I can't wait for 2020. And look what the hell 2020 became.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to go smack Ryan Seacrest in the face when he's like, hey, isn't this going to be a great year? Shut up, Ryan.
I feel like a curmudgeon being that guy. It's only going to suck now. If it sucks now, it's going to suck later. But it almost feels that way. If you're miserable now, 2 months from now, you're still going to be miserable.
What you're saying is that wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah, man.
The old Buckaroo Banzai thing, which is actually, that's what you're saying. It's pretty cool. Be in the now, it's like that old, is it the biblical prophecy? The dude that went up to the city and said, hey, what are the people like there? And he goes, what are the people like where you were before? He goes, oh, they were horrible. He goes, yeah, we're horrible here too.
Like the great Saint Eddie Vedder said, it makes much more sense to live in the present tense.
Oh, is that what Eddie said?
Yes.
Wow. Well, Eddie was living in a lot of present tenses, I'll tell you.
And he did some mushrooms, I'm sure, at one point in his life.
That always gives you perspective. You don't care what year it is at that point, do you? You just hope you can get out of that moment, depending on how bad that trip is. Yesterday, Steve, you know what he did? He did get this one right.
How many suspects are there in a game of Clue?
6.
Yes. Too late. All right. New York. 6. You were close, though, because Clue is the very, very nice game. Because they have 6 suspects and 9 rooms you have to explore.
Yep.
So it's nice. It's a very nice game.
And Mustard's involved, too.
Oh, don't forget Mustard. And don't forget Peacock. She's involved, too.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta love Mrs. Peacock. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. You want a shot at beating Steve? Okay. You got it. 206-421-ROCK. You can also, that's what you do. That's the number you call. That's all you're going to do is call that number. And you have a shot at beating Migs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Want to elevate your portfolio beyond stocks and bonds but not sure where to look? Equity Multiple brings you an unparalleled wealth generation ecosystem built on diversified real estate investments. With Equity Multiple, you can access commercial real estate, the preferred asset class of institutional investors. And you can get started with just $5K in a matter of minutes. Visit equitymultiple.com/boost and earn an enhanced return on your first investment. Equity Multiple. Welcome to modern real estate investing.